Welcome to the very first IBM Bluemix discovery. We're about to take a look at the initial steps required to set up your Node.js application in the IBM Bluemix platform. Initializing the IBM Bluemix SDK is a simple task. First, we need to install the SDK through npm, the Node package manager, then require the module in our project, and finally call the initialize method. Now let's begin with the project creation from the Bluemix dashboard. Once you've logged in, create a new Cloud Foundry app. Then select Web and choose SDK for Node.js and enter an app name and click on Finish. The platform will now create and start your brand new application. While your app is staging, you can install the Cloud Foundry command line interface or use Eclipse or Git to deploy your project on your hosted IBM Bluemix space. In this video, we'll use the Cloud Foundry command line. We will download this starter kit to bootstrap our application in only a few steps. So here's the starter kit. As you can see, a route is defined on API to respond with a simple JSON response. Now we're about to initialize the SDK, but first we will actually require the SDK module into the project. Then we will need a proper configuration object. The configuration object is composed of the application ID, which is myFirstToDo, and the route where we can find the app is myfirsttodo.mybluemix.net. Back to the Bluemix dashboard, we can see that the app is now running and is accessible from the myfirsttodo.mybluemix.net. Now let's initialize the SDK. We will call the initialize method on the IBM Bluemix module and pass the configuration object as a parameter. To know if it worked, we will use a promise with a success and an error callback. If the SDK has been successfully initialized, the success callback will be called and returned a JSON response with a message saying SDK initialized. Otherwise, the error callback will reply with an SDK init error. Now let's deploy the application with the Cloud Foundry command line. First, the project will be uploaded. As the project will start running, it will be forced to restart. The application is stopped during the building process. Your application will be uploaded after the building process and the Bluemix instance, and the instance will be started. Let's check the state of the instance on the Bluemix dashboard. Here we go. The instance is now running and our application is updated. We will use a Chrome app called Postman to stimulate the HTTP API calls in order to check if the changes we made are actually working. Seems like the SDK has been properly initialized. So you just had an overview of the SDK initialization hosted on the Bluemix platform. Congratulations. Now it's your turn to work on the SDK initialization with the associated exercise. Good luck and see you next time.